Hello, best friend, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all having the most incredible day. This is the first time that you're watching my channel. My name is Sebastian, and I welcome you all with open arms. I do pop culture videos every single day, so if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. So why don't you grab a snack and a drink? Hit that subscribe button, best friend, because we gotta talk about Miss Katy Perry. Because listen, best friend, she is making a mess and a half of herself, girl. Listen, she had one opportunity to go to the Call Her Daddy podcast, and you wouldn't think that she would have been smart. Listen, especially after all of the backlash, all of her 2 singles that she has released off her new album have completely flopped, okay? Because that is the truth. She had one chance to fix things, and you know what, girl? She made it even worse for herself. And girl, I just do not understand it, bitch. I feel like I'm back in chemistry, physics, and math class, bitch. I'm like, the teacher is talking, the students are nodding, and I'm over in the back like, what? Girl, what happened here? Like, what is this man talking about? You know what I mean? So listen, after everything that the fans have, spoken out publicly and shown their, not offense, but like their there's disappointment in Katy Perry by working with Dr. Luke, especially on a women's anthem, like Woman's World. It's a woman's world, and I'm looking up at Like, the only positive thing about Woman's World was Trisha Paytas. I said what I said. Listen, I loved Katy Perry, girl. I loved Katy Perry, but I feel like Katy Perry doesn't take her career serious. I really don't think she does. Everything is a damn joke to her. Everything is a joke, girl. Listen, you are a struggling stand-up comedian, bitch. Retire from music and go and perform in the House of Blues and do your fucking little stand-up comedy routine, because, girl, the music is not musicking. I love that she has a personality. I love that she doesn't take herself serious at times. But at the same time, I'm like, girl, you want to be taken as a serious pop star. You want your songs to have serious messages. Well, then you got to act like a real pop star and not like a stand-up comedian. You are not Amy Schumer, ma'am, okay? But listen, she went on the Call Her Daddy podcast and she finally addressed the Dr. Luke collab for Women's World. Check this out. Hi, best friend. Katy Perry just doesn't help herself. I'm so sorry, girl. But Katy Perry was on the Call Her Daddy podcast. And, when I found out she was going to be on the podcast, I was like, I know that Alex Cooper is going to ask her the question of Dr. Luke. I just feel it in my heart. And I'm like, this is the time for Katy Perry to get out of the flop canceled era and really, 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 go into her pop star, superstardom and have an actual chance to have a hit record, right? But girl, she definitely dropped the ball, bitch. You would have thought, girl, it was like her life dependent on her fucking up the question, bitch. Seriously, girl, the rent was due and, she got evicted, girl. So Alex Cooper literally just said, look, you working with Dr. Luke caused a lot of, uproar. A lot of people were upset. This is what she said, best friend. Look, I understand that it started a lot of conversations, and he was one of many collaborators that I collaborated with. But the reality is, it comes from me. The truth is, I wrote these songs from my experience of my whole life going through the metamorphosis. He was one of the people to help facilitate all that. One of the writers, one of the producers. I'm speaking from my own experience. Like when I speak about Women's World, I speak about feeling so empowered now. As a mother, as a woman, giving birth, creating life, and feeling really grounded in that. That's where I'm speaking from. I created all of this with several different collaborators, people I've collaborated with that from the past, from Teenage Dream era, all of that. Girl, what? I'm sorry, what, Katy Perry? Best friend, she made a whole ass short story about nothing related to the question that Call Her Daddy asked. Tell me you're avoiding to answer a question without telling me you're avoiding to answer a question. Girl, what was all this nonsense? So, best friend, here's the dealio, okay? I feel like Katy Perry just made things so much worse for herself, and I really don't know if she knows about it. I don't know if her team is like, oh my God, Katy, you're seriously killing it in the charts, you know, and doing like fucking photoshopped, numbers, because like, girl, the math is not mathin' for Katy Perry. Alex Cooper from Call Her Daddy specifically asked about Dr. Luke, and Katy Perry literally went on a whole fucking short story of just nothing that had to do with the question, bitch, okay? It's like, girl, avoid the question and you'll get $10 million. She wanted those $10 million, bitch, because listen, the math was not mathing and the answer was not answering. I just feel like, Katy Perry, I believe, in my opinion, I just don't know if she is on, I don't know if she's on planet Earth, to be very honest with you. I really don't know. Even if, because I read comments saying like, oh, it's just like Katy Perry doesn't believe Kesha, Katy Perry is not a girl's girl, this and that. Even if you don't believe Kesha, and even if you're not a girl's girl, you know how the public is on Kesha's side. You know that the public wants to support Kesha, right? And here you are working with someone who the public does not like and will not support. So even if you don't believe Kesha, and you are, you're not a girl's girl, at least fucking pretend so you can sell records, because girl, newsflash, you need the public to sell records. You need the public to go on tour. You need the public to stream your music. You need the public to care about you, or else you're making an album for Casper the Friendly Ghost. My inside was like, breathe, bitch, breathe. But it's so true. You know why I'm upset, girl? Because I hate when people don't take advantage of their platforms. I hate when people, are just so untouched, from reality. I mean, I'm just like, girl, help me help you, boo-boo. Help me help you, Katy. This is what she should have done. Okay, first of all, she should have never worked with someone who the public does not like or agree with. That's just number one, point blank, period, okay? Whether, because I've seen some comments, some comments don't believe Kesha. And you know what? That's on you, girl, right? That is on you. I 1000% believe, and it is what it is. That's just who I am. But that's my opinion, of course. But I don't know. And, aside from that producer she worked with, what boggles me is that she, like I said, doesn't take anything serious. Everything is a joke. She does not know how to speak without putting a joke inside. And I don't know if that's some kind of like, ego thing, or that's some kind of like, defensive mechanism for anxiety. I don't know what it is. I don't understand Katy Perry. Like, that's just the thing. I don't understand her, There is nothing about it that I understand. Women's World was a complete joke for her. Everything that she was talking about in Women's World was a joke, was satire. So I'm just like, the message is amazing, but if the artist singing the song doesn't take it serious, the message is gonna get lost in translation. And like I said, the best thing about that damn video was Trisha Paytas. And that's, if this is your big comeback and you're expecting to go on a huge worldwide tour, I don't know who you're gonna tour with. You might as well just link up with Jennifer Lopez and do a fucking tour together, so maybe both can sell out the House of Blues. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be mean, girl, at all, because like I said, I love Katy Perry. I'm just like, girl, take it more serious. You had an opportunity to release a song, that had a lot of message, that was a woman's anthem, which I absolutely love, and I feel like there should be so many more of those. And you just kind of, you dropped the ball, girl. I don't understand. I really think that Katy Perry needs to change up her team. I think that, the album is not even set to do well. Everybody's already calling it a flop. She's set to go on tour. Everyone is already saying how she's not going to sell these, these tickets. So it's just sort of like, girl, you know what? If you don't take your career serious, why should we? Do you know what I mean? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. I am so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you. I don't take any of you guys for granted. And Katy, listen, my final advice to you is take it a little more serious. Open up realistically about, about situations that the public has concerns over. and just be a little bit more real. Stop with this stand-up comedic timing. You know, go, I mean, listen, if you are a frustrated comedic, you know, performer, call Netflix so they can give you a stand-up comedy instead of going on tour. I think you'll enjoy that a lot more. You know, have a Vegas residency of you just up there telling jokes, because that is how you are being seen, and that is how your career is. And it just sucks because Katy Perry is such a talented artist, an incredible performer. I saw her live once and she was so incredible. I absolutely loved her, and it's sad that she just, I don't know, she just doesn't get it. So the mathing girl. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I am so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you. I hope you guys have the most incredible, fabulous day. And Katy Perry girl, get it together. Get it together, because your record sales, oh, they'll put you together real quick. Okay.